People of all sizes, large and little, ladies and gentlemen, and folks somewhere in the middle, welcome back to Sushimi's House. I'm your loving host, Master Sushimi, joined today by my sweet sibling, Ice Ice Bubbie.
Hello. Oh.
Or, what?
Hello. I don't know why I said hello.
Oh, that's not abnormal, so I was just going to roll with it.
Fair enough.
We are back with some more Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now, last time, we took on the, final tournament of the game. We got very, very close, but we died in the end.
Oh, so brutal, so painful.
Since then, two things have happened. I upgraded the sword one more time, which turns out to be the final upgrade for that sword. You only do the two. I also upgraded the gun, but that's less relevant.
Hey.
I also found out that 200 is not the cap for the different power-ups that you have, 200 seconds.
Yeah.
The cap is just shy of 1,999.
You just...
but you can't get there by sleeping. You have to purchase.
You just have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Over and over and over. Drink it now? Take a shot now?
It doesn't give you the option to drink it now, which is annoying. But I'll go ahead.
So we gotta get rid of our tomat for a little bit. I see.
Yeah, I had no idea this could do... I did think 200 was like a weird time choice, but I was like, well, when in Kirby.
And I think they for sure told us, when we were introduced to the shop, hey, you can stack... I think we even remember going oh, yo, you can stack these, But
See, I specifically remember going, yo, you can stack them when we got the bed upgrade. Because I was like, oh, snap, you can just, buy a bunch of... you can just sleep over and over and have, all of the power-ups. What?
You didn't actually drink the attack.
Shit. Well, I think that means I'll drop it.
Good. Yeah. Duh, quickly.
Well, lost the,
it's
tomat.
$100 or something.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Look at money bags over here.
No, no, you have a good amount of money in the game, and we're literally
I specifically don't.
Enough.
I had to grind to get this money.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
should check my privilege a little bit.
Yeah, you're not at the sticks.
I'm not at the sticks.
Not that I mind necessarily, but I would rather not grind anymore. Which I say, but if I want all of the Gashapon items, and I do, I'm probably gonna have to. Oh, alright, I'm not trying to rob your store.
It's God.
I gotta see one
round of steroids too many, and you're just fucking ready to go, man.
I've been taking my Flintstones gummies.
That's what Kirby thinks are steroids.
Wait, they're not even gummies. They're multivitamins. They're like the chewables. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you're the baby.
No, listen, okay, y'all, I'm post having my allergy appointment, which, great news, they told me what I knew, which is that I have baby immunity and baby skin. No, I don't have baby.
Okay, so I don't think this is going to circle back to what I was talking about, which is the specific TikTok.
What?
You went, oh, and I went, oh, you're the baby.
Oh,
talking about that one. There's this TikTok that Bubbie's obsessed with, where they give a baby a spoonful of something that seems to be yummy.
Yeah.
And the baby has this reaction where it clutches its chest and it actually doesn't make a noise, but you can tell it's just so happy.
The caption really is the food touched his soul or her soul, I forget. Yeah. And I'm just oh my, and you're thinking oh, that baby will make a cute little face and it'll be over. No, y'all, this baby does they're neutral, oh, I'm eating, and then they eat the bite, and then they their two little chubby hands to their chest just do this oh face, my goodness, I can't believe I just had the most delectable meal. And you're what? And then they go right back to being normal, and it really is oh,
I think we already
yo, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Which my friend was, I showed it to because I showed it to anybody who would listen to me.
Pretty much.
Was well, somebody in the house probably does that. And I'm that's wilder and I love it. That
that is a good point, though.
That one of the family members, either the parents or grandparent or whoever the fuck, just when they have a good ass meal, do that. And the baby's oh, me too. That is a little insane. Not unreal, but insane. Okay, so now you're telling me that they have a cool ass family and also this baby is smart as hell to mimic that so young.
Yeah, that does say something very specific about that family, which is just like,
which is good.
Food is important to them.
Food's important, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, what I was the reason I brought up my allergy appointment though, besides the
I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the tournament while you do this,
that's
actually.
fine. I'm gonna do a lot of talking because you gotta well, in the beginning you have to focus, but later you do. Welcome. So what's it called? Oh yeah. No, I don't have baby immunity. I actually, knock on wood, don't get sick, like sick often.
Sick haya?
No. I just like have allergies, which we've known. That's not like a surprise. Immediately took damage. Hey, I hate to do this, but you're doing not amazing. Right off the bat.
Yeah, it's not a good time.
You got cocky.
Less cocky and more just like my head's not in it.
Okay, yeah, get your head in the game. Don't make me sing the whole musical number, cause I don't know it and I'm gonna fuck it up. I also don't know how to play basketball.
Fair enough.
Embarrassingly enough, I did try out for the basketball team in middle school.
Well, cause we did like basketball practice in Ecuador, where we're like reasonable sized individuals.
Where everybody's the same height. Yeah, no, I really did go for it, you guys. I went in middle school, in 8th grade, I tried out for the basketball team with my friend, who was at least a foot taller than me. So she got in, or I think didn't get in, but was like a close candidate. Or she got in, she like chose not to go through with it. I don't remember. I was not even a runner. I did do tennis though, but that was in high school. And I was even supposed to be captain on my senior year, but I decided to not pursue tennis further because I wanted to focus on my studies because I had taken like way too many AP classes. Fun fact, if you're in high school right now and you're like, I'm gonna take AP classes, don't. They're a waste of your time. Unless you like are gonna crush it. Like if you're like Spanish speaking and you take AP Spanish 4 and you're like, I'm gonna crush this puzz, like fine, but like don't bother otherwise. Really don't. Don't at me, don't be like, it gives me college credit. Yeah, so does just taking the fucking college class. Well, let me clarify. If you're in a school, like a high school, that lets you take straight up college classes through a local community college or something like that, do that instead. Because you're taking actual college classes for free $99 or a very low cost. Also, because you're a literal baby, they will pity you and make it easier. I'm not kidding.
Right, like AP classes really are only good if you're like an excellent tester, which not everybody is.
I certainly was not. So
I literally failed a class, like got an F that I got a 4 on the AP exam for.
Yeah, meanwhile,
that's how good of a tester I am and how bad of a student I am.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm the opposite, where I would make A's or B's in classes, but like fucking forget it. The AP exam, like sad, pathetic. I would get like, I don't think I actually ever got a 1. I think 2 is the lowest I got, but like, woo, you don't even know. So anyway, don't waste your time. Just take college courses early. It's better. Because the other thing too is AP classes, unless you get above a 3 out of 5 on the exam, you don't get the college credit. Also, fun fact, plot twist you might not know, because you might be like, nah, I got a 3. Yeah, well, you get to college, and then your advisor's like, yeah, but a 3's not good enough.
Yeah, a very real thing that can happen.
I got a 3 in biology, and my biology professor, who was my advisor, was like, yes, but I think you would benefit from retaking the class because I don't think a 3 warrants enough for you to jump into 102. And hey, guess what? She was fucking right, because I did 101 and laughed because she was the one that taught it, and she was a cool as fuck professor, and also I just remembered a lot from school. And then I did biology 102, which was the second semester of AP Bio, and like, I barely crawled out of there with like a C+. Like, bad. I am garbage at plants. Don't at me. Back to my allergy thing. Literally all I was going to say was I got to drink Zyrtec and it was so nice. Like after I did my allergy test, they did all the pinpoint pricks on my back to be like, you're allergic to this or this or this. They gave me a little shot of Zyrtec and it was so good because it was great flavored.
Let's bring back flavored medicines because, like, man.
I mean, it's a thing. It's just once you're an adult, they're like, well, you can just take pills. It's like, yeah, but what if I don't want to?
Right.
Like, that changed me. That made me do the thing the baby did. Oh. Like, I felt so like, I just took a shot of Zyrtec. Look at me. Your hubris truly is.
What?
Because you're like, yeah, I'll just lose a few seconds to charge this bitch. I mean, to be fair, in the moment like that, it actually was perfect. Wild Edge was just kind of screaming at you for a little bit.
I mean, like, I also did the previous tournaments, and, like, that was the strat. I'm a little bit rusty, but basically, when you land, you fall from the sky.
Yeah.
So
wait,
what I would
going because you're losing seconds. Oh, no, you're not. You don't lose seconds in the lobby.
You're right. Yeah. So
That's
what I would
nice.
do is I would do like a jump attack because I'm already in the air, and then immediately start charging, and then just
Very nice.
do that number. And like there were some bosses that were just over in like 2 seconds.
I don't know why my brain is in this setting, but I was like, wait, don't do that. You're wasting MP. Like, I have played a game with MP and how long? Wow, you really just go, fuck that
Well, I already have a sword.
I know, but, like, there was something so, like, yo, Meta Knight, check this shit. Boom.
Also, you can clash with Meta Knight like we just did there.
What? That's so cool.
Yeah. Fucker.
Come on.
Well, I've got the big sword now.
Meta Knight, you thought. I love you, but you thought?
You're a thought, Meta Knight.
Well, no. Meta Knight does not do any of that.
He doesn't believe in the sex.
No, absolutely not.
I've barely moved, and we're
you know
still
what?
fine.
Thank you, Meta Knight. Wow, rude. Damn.
I was stuck on his old pattern where he would come to me. That's on me.
Yeah,
but
that's okay. Oh,
again, I haven't practiced
Embellished.
this fight.
I will say, Phantom Meta Knight is creepy as fuck as the Kirby because the eyes are like too like slit, like too small.
That's fair. That can be weird.
Come on. Die. That's right, you have like 2 phases.
Yeah, he's about to heal up.
Right, because you do a big roar. And then you're like actually ready to rumble or whatever.
Okay.
And then you make a tip. And then you get the big sword. Oh, lava. Lava hot. Some big slashes.
I forget how annoying this version of him is because
yeah, he's squirrely.
Not only is he squirrely, but he like leaves lava in his wake, which is really terrible.
And worse, like that's just concerning, BD. Really.
Nice.
Pocket money. Just a little change.
A little pocket change.
Little
Did that say 3 more?
That can't be right.
God, we're like blitzing through this.
Or maybe it is right. A little pocket change for you gotcha games. Oh, to be a little kid who would just spend money on little video game things. Like whenever we would get an allowance from mom and we would
go get Nexon cash.
Nexon cash. Oh my god, y'all.
I remember like when I first was able to like legally drive and we like quote unquote snuck out to
literally
like,
our parents did not give 2 shits. They were like at a friend's house playing cards or whatever, and we were gonna go to a friend's house that night anyway. Like we were gonna go hang out with Marcy, who lives like literally in the neighborhood across from us, and we were like, let's just, what if we first go to like the nearby Walgreens and go get some Nexon cash and then we go to Marcy's. Like they don't care. Oh, hello? Oh, right. So, anyway, we were cool kids. We snuck
Get
out.
brute forced kid. We were good kids.
We
like,
really were.
Like, just annoyingly good kids.
Yeah. I mean, even now, our mom is like, you guys don't do shit. I'm like, yeah. It's like, I don't get it. Your dad and I, we'd party, we'd drink, we'd do this. I'm like, yeah, well, like, I don't know, man. It just wasn't my thing. It wasn't either of our things. And in our defense, like, we did have friends when we were younger, but, like, you become an adult, it's hard. Also, like, that's something that I've talked with our mom about. Like, we had, like, an at-length conversation about this. And then I recently actually talked to one of the doctors that I work with about this, and he completely agreed. Like, because he's from India, right? So he's like, you know, the culture here is just so different in that it's, like, isolated. Like, you know, our parents are still friends with a lot of their high school friends. And I don't mean, like, yeah, sure, they don't talk every day, but, like, you better believe when our parents are in town, like, they have several people who want to see them, hang out with them, catch up, that kind of deal, you know?
And there are people who have come to the U.S., like, completely different parts of the U.S., and mom and dad have been like, you have to make it out to my house.
Yeah.
And they're just, like, done.
House. Yeah. And so our parents will just be like, hey.
Final battle, so let's get back to full.
Like, our parents would be like, hey, so-and-so's coming over, and we're gonna,
Can you guys double up on beds? And it's like,
yeah, I guess. But
just because we know you love them so much.
We're like, who even is this? But yeah, fine, whatever, you know? So, like, they're super tight-knit with their high school, even fucking middle school friends. One of our neighbors here in this neighborhood is our, first of all, Susha's godfather, and one of our dad's friends from, I mean, Jesus, long before high school. So, like, that's telling. That should tell you how close people stay back home, quote unquote, you know, in Ecuador. Versus, like,
hell, even when we went to Ecuador not that long ago.
Oh, true. Us too. I mean, I keep in touch with 2 or 3 of my childhood friends, which one of them actually moved to Florida. So now I'm actually, like, planning on visiting her in December. I already reached out to her, and she's like, yeah, you'll finally get to meet my zoo, because she's got, like, 4 or 5 dogs. Which I am very excited, to be fair. But sorry, you like what you're saying when we go home as well.
Yeah, when we went to Ecuador this last time, there was a, like, little get-together for our mutual friend, who is the originator of caca.
Oh, yes.
And he, like, introduced me to all his friends, and he was like, yeah, this is, like, my childhood friend. He's like a brother to me. And I was just, like, so fucking touched. Because there were his actual childhood friends, like, that he went to school with. And there was I, like, this person that he hadn't seen in, like,
years.
Actual factual years.
Because, like, I had seen him.
It had been like 10 years.
Yeah, because you hadn't visited in, like,
like 5 years. Like 5 years, because I hadn't been since the year I got married.
That's right, but still, you know.
And we were funny enough, at the 5-year mark, I found out a trick about this.
Oh, nice.
It's always the one with the shadow.
Oh.
Yeah, the others don't have a shadow.
That makes sense. Yeah, fucking stumble back, idiot.
I'm glad I knocked him out of that.
I literally teared up with that, because literally when...
I also, like, I was trying to be cool because we were at a party with a bunch of his friends, one of whom was a literal model.
Yeah. No, that's... I mean, and we took a picture, one of our friends, SOs, that was present at the, like, get-together, took a picture of, like, us two plus the creator of Caca, my absolute childhood I have several, but, like, when I say childhood best friend, like, she is the one, because her I've known for now 20.
Ooh, that's the first time I've avoided that.
I have known her for 21 years of my life, so, like, that is, like, truly without a doubt my childhood best friend. And then her cousin, who is also, like, a good friend of ours. And he, like, the next day posted that picture, like, you know, like, oh yeah, I've known you guys since I was 5 years old. Like, he wrote this, like, really sweet but brief thing, and I was just
coming here with Max, like,
wow,
with attack up makes such a huge difference.
But I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah, fair.
So, anyway,
sorry.
So like, we have that, and I would
relationships are just different, like,
just
and
different.
Like, not romantic relationships, like,
like
period.
Friendships, relationships, period. Your family. I mean, like, not to be an ass. Like, if you're listening to this, I don't want you to be like, ooh, you guys think you're better. No, like, but, like, okay. And I get on Jonathan about this sometimes. His grandparents, like his mom's parents, live 15, 20 minutes away from him. And there's times where he's like, I don't know about hanging out with them or seeing them. And I'm like, I have to get on a fucking plane to see my grandma. And she can never get on a plane to see me again because she's on dialysis. So
right,
like unless you like, if he had like an unhealthy relationship with his grandparents where he didn't want to see them, oh my god, of course, like please don't see them. That's not I'm not the one where it's like, it's your family member. What? Absolutely not. Fuck that. But like these are his grandparents that he genuinely loves. So when he's like, I don't know, I'm like, get up off your fucking ass and go see your grandparents. And he's like, okay.
Go love grandma.
Go get me that goddamn chicken and dumplings recipe I have told you several times. 8 years, man. 8 years. Give me the damn chicken and dumps recipe. She makes some banging chicken and dumplings, you guys. God, you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Damn.
I know we're a little bit past time, but I think we're just gonna...
I don't care. We're just gonna make... This is gonna be a long one. 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
like, this
bonkers.
is basically spoiler territory, folks. I don't think I'm gonna go and, like, pull all of the gacha on screen, because I don't know that I have it. Well, I might have all the money that I need after this tournament.
You might. We also didn't have that much more gacha to pull, so it should be okay.
Yeah, but remember, they're random.
Have faith. Oh. Kirby just sneezes. Is it your teeny tiny little brother?
Well, I think now it's accepted that it can be part of Alphalin instead of the other way around.
Yeah. I see. Okay. Yep, there's a little, like, understanding. Like, yeah, okay.
Like, hey, this tubby dude beats ass. I'm done fighting him, actually.
This tubby dude has kicked my ass too many times. He hit me with a fucking truck at some point. I'm fine.
Dude went full Optimus Prime on my ass.
I'm good.
Like, you win. Alright, I'm just gonna vibe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
tell the lion guy, like, from the bottom of my heart.
My bad.
My bad. Sincerely.
Yeah.
My B.
You won the tournament.
Oh, even Meta Knight claps for us.
Thank you. Yeah, off in the distance.
Wow, it was all considered. It was like 8 minutes.
Wow. Why did I think 15? Whatever.
Anyway. Well, we have been talking. And also there was time in the locker room, which I don't think counts towards your timer.
No. Yeah, Jesus, it made a world of a difference to upgrade the sword. Well, you definitely have enough for gacha now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We also upgraded the sword.
Long story short,
3 rare stones.
Relationships are different. I just feel like you stay in touch and are more close-knit back home versus here. Like, there's something isolating. And the doctor I talked with completely agreed, and he said that, like, that's been really hard for him.
It's like a weirdly puritanical thing, not to, like, super derail, but, like, in Ecuador, we're very grab-assy.
Yeah.
Which is wild, because it's a fully Catholic country, and, like, we went to a private Catholic school, and, like, the sort of ongoing bit was, like, how physical can you get with your buddies without it being actually gay?
Yeah, no, but no, I mean, it's funny you say that, because, like, that's something else. When I was in undergrad, I had a friend from Palestine. I mean, she's still my friend, but I just haven't seen her in a while since she, like, moved for graduate school, because she's going for a PhD.
Nice.
And she was like, dude, like, she one time touched my shoulder. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, what? The fuck
Excuse me? Fuck you, let's make out.
She was like, right. I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, Americans don't like it when you touch them. I learned that very quickly. And
yeah,
I was like,
I wouldn't dream of having these sort of physical relationships.
One of my coworkers does that thing where she, like, laughs, or she's like, if I say something, and I'm sassing her, she's like, shut up, and she'll, like, kind of hit my shoulder like a, you know, like in a joking way. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, hit you.
That's all right.
And she one time was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't care. You Americans, I feel like, are less physical, and I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from. For us, like you said, literally grab assy. I mean, I, you know, walk up to my childhood best friend and, like, go like, sup, bitch, and just, like, slap her ass.
Yeah,
it's
like,
just whatever.
Our family, like, we just slap the shit out of each other's ass.
That's like a thing.
All
it's
the
like
time.
an endearing, like when you pat a baby's butt, like that's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not like sexual or
yeah,
gross.
It's not
just like
you spank each other. Like, no,
right.
It's not a thing. And so, yeah, like, our mom is like, you know, I just sometimes, like, worry about you guys because I just don't feel like you guys have, like, the friendships your father and I had. And it's like, well, yeah, because we grew up in very different areas, and it's just hard. Even keeping the friendships that we do have, like, takes more effort. I mean, like,
yeah,
even it's not even a distance thing. I literally just was like, yeah, Marcy lives super near us. We could walk to Marcy's house. She has a full-time job. We have full-time jobs. I work weekends pretty often. it's hard to,
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah, let me read this real quick.
Yeah.
Species born of chaos, Chaos Elphalus, a unique convergence of elements from native beast souls to ethereal butterfly, gave a stubborn soul one last chance at revenge. This new creation, driven by pure chaos, was defeated by the bright light of Kirby's hope. The last bit of life that remained willingly returned to Elflin. At last, two became one.
Hey, we killed him.
He's dead now.
Dead to me.
Conquered all Coliseum tournaments.
You got me a gift?
Ooh, a gift.
Aw.
Special figure.
Yeah. Is it of yourself? That would be adorable.
Could be.
I
wait,
like
no,
that
this
you
is
just
better.
have that. That's what I'm saying. Yourself as in the commentator Waddle Dee.
To be fair, a lot of them have given us just like a figurine of themselves.
I know, I
like
kinda
the cook and everything.
I like that they're like, I just took the time to make a little thing that looks like me.
The Coliseum is always ready for battles with brutal beasts, but no one was prepared when a mysterious vortex opened inside the arena. Commentator Waddle Dee was so scared that he almost shut everything down, but his curiosity won in the end. What wild battles await within? It's tournament time. It's wicked not, because I just finished all of them.
Tournament time is done. I do love that. Relationships in Kirby Town are built different. Did you just get like a king-size bed? A new photo. Oh, you should go look.
That's fair. I remember going into the Kirby house off screen, and they're different modes. New photo. Okay.
What?
There are 10 total photos in total.
What?
Interesting. I remember being like, there's one space
hello?
that feels like it's missing. Trader Waddle Dee's arrived. If your collection is missing a figure, he'll trade you one of his own for a rare stone. Ride with him or search this world's many stages and try to collect all 256 figures.
They really were like, if you're fed up with trying to pay to get that one figurine, you can't just give him one rare stone.
Let's see.
So
we have 3,
8.
4...
9.
What?
5 on the left, 4 on the right.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what we're missing.
You're just missing the one, which might be just getting the gacha?
Maybe. You want to look that up real quick while I start pulling gacha?
Yeah, I almost dropped my phone. That's where that came from. Photos on Kirby.
Real quick, have I not gotten all the movies yet? Because that's another figure. Oh, there it is. Yep.
Oh yes. Unlocking all the things.
After the town was destroyed, this movie-loving Waddle Dee decided that the cinema needed to be rebuilt right away. Sure, food and shelter are important, but so are movies. As for his favorite movie, it probably has to be all of them. Yep, so that's all the movies.
Let me see. Yeah, it's 100% completion. So you just have to get it looks like you just have to get the gacha at this point.
Yeah, because I'm at 98%.
Beautiful.
Like, let's look at the collection real fast.
I will say some of the photos you got because you were getting the gacha. Like, you have to do...
Oh, I've been, like, doing it along the way.
You have to do the fishing. You have to do the tilt table. You have to do the 3 levels of the diner.
Yeah, the 2 that I'm missing are just... You have to get them from the gacha.
Oh, so you just get gacha then. Here we go.
Yeah, let's just burn some money real fast.
Yeah. Immediately.
Yep.
Beautiful, amazing, perfect.
The lone illusory foe that you encountered outside of Forgo Dreams. When Fecto Forgo tried to control Meta Knight like it had King Dedede, the experienced swordsman came out on top through sheer force of will, but the result was this mysterious doppelganger formed by the residual psychic energy.
Interesting.
That's a fun little explanation.
So basically it's like, yeah, Meta Knight ain't no bitch, but...
But there was this weird clone walking around on account of it.
But things did happen, you know, like science or something. Now we'll roll, and if we... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, if you couldn't get it, you could just do it.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it. Fluttering Dream Eater Morpho Knight. The fluttering fiend that casts judgment upon final battles is drawn toward the isolated isles of Forgo Dreams. There it feasts on the most powerful soul it finds and takes the fearsome form of a scarlet-clad knight. Let the most challenging battle of this new world begin.
Wow.
Now here's special music playing over the collection screen. Interesting. 100% clear.
Aww.
Congratulations.
We did it. Well, I say you, but
No,
I was
mean,
here
you were
too.
part of it. You looked up stuff for me and
That's
like
true.
kept me on task.
That is true. Yes, more gacha.
Like, shit, dude, I have everything.
He's like, I don't. Well, you want to trade anyway?
No, dude.
I'm good. I'm keeping these rare stones to do nothing with because I have nothing to upgrade.
Well, nothing that I immediately want to upgrade.
Nothing to
but there
want
are
to
definitely.
Because like.
Oh, nice! It's like orchestral now.
I love that.
And that should be all photos in the house too.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh god, it's a big gold frame.
Yeah, it sure is.
All right, y'all.
Wow.
That truly brings us to the end of Kirby. It feels a little surreal. We've been playing it for a while now.
And we knew it would be like a quick thing because all that was missing was like these things, but I don't know. I didn't expect it to be like.
Didn't think it would be that quick.
I mean, I know. I mean, I knew, but you don't realize it until you're like in it and you're like, oh, it's actually like this quick.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's been real. I guess we can do sort of like final thoughts here.
Yeah. I think. I mean, again, I think I'm just not remembering old Kirby games, but holy shit, the end just gets so bonkers and creepy. I don't hate it. It's just wild. It's just a weird tone for Kirby that I'm not against, but I didn't expect, which I think is cool. And I love the game. I'm a little picky about some of the copy abilities. I mean, we've harped on it over and over. The ice one, just like it's
people like it. People like it for fighting bosses.
Interesting.
Because of the like fact that it stacks and then does like big damage.
It's sort of true. Like it does do like the fire kind of.
Yeah, like in Souls games, whenever there's a bleed damage effect, usually it's like you're building up a bleed bar, and then when you fill it, they die.
And that
or they take a huge chunk of damage if they have a lot of HP.
And that is a preference. So really, I can't be like, ooh, they did a bad job with the copy abilities. I think not even being the one playing, I felt that the ice one, to me, felt like more of a mobility, which in a game where so many of the other copy abilities, as you just have demonstrated several times here, give you plenty of mobility, you know, it doesn't end up being my first choice, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, I will say I didn't like that it was kind of slippery.
Which it's ice, but...
And, like, I'm always going to have a bias, because my favorite Kirby game has to be the N64, if you ask me, classic Kirby and the Crystal Shards. Mostly because, like, man, are you kidding me? Combining two powers? That's so dope.
That was very
and they
cool.
haven't done it since. They refuse, because it's Nintendo. They like
it's
refuse to.
New.
Yeah, it has to be something new. And honestly, that can kind of be like tying your arm behind your back in a way.
Yeah.
But without a doubt, I should say, this is very likely my second favorite Kirby game.
Oh yeah, having a hub,
and it's only edged out by the copy power system because Crystal Shards was so good and cool.
Yeah,
to the point of being overwhelming.
Right. Having a hub town that you like build upon, not in an obnoxious way. Like I didn't feel like we were stopping the story to build the town. Building the town was a part of the story.
Right, it was a reward.
Exactly, you were being rewarded.
Even a chore or a task.
Exactly, which was quite nice. And also just like cute details. I mean, of course, like they know, like, hey, how do we make this like so stinking cute? It's Kirby. Yeah, let's give Kirby his own little house and his own little bed that he sleeps in. He puts his little sleep cap when he goes to sleep. Like, you know, let's give you a little blacksmith Waddle Dee. Oh my God, the blacksmith Waddle Dee.
I love the blacksmith. Let's go visit him.
Let's go visit him.
Yeah, just like it's a beautiful game too, which is remarkable because like Nintendo isn't known for having powerful systems. Like time and again, anytime there's like quote unquote console wars, the joke is, well, Nintendo's the kid system that you get if you have kids because it's not going to play any good games like looking beautifully or whatever. And like they've been porting games to the Nintendo Switch, and like obviously it's not going to be as good looking as it would on like another console, but like damn, it's still very pretty.
Yeah, and the copy powers, for the most part, I really liked how they looked like when they were getting upgraded. I mean, like
I loved upgrading the copy powers.
Yeah, that too. That was very cool.
So
upgrading
good.
them and powering them up too. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, you upgraded it and that's the limit. It's like, nope, you upgraded it and then you can also power it up. Like that was pretty fucking cool, and it made a difference. I mean, you guys saw us try to get through the tournament the first time with the sword, and
it was hard.
It was hard.
It was work.
And then the second time, first try, done deal. And we also discovered, hey, wait a minute, you can stay powered up for a long, long time.
Right. We still didn't use even half of it, but still.
But still. So
I could do without the fishing, but that's a matter of personal preference.
You also didn't have to do it. Well, I guess unless you wanted 100%.
Right. It is optional. That's just it.
It is optional.
Completion criteria is not that difficult in this game. Like, I like to think of myself as a completionist, but honestly, the moment something is annoying or like frustrating or boring, I'll bounce.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I'm not having fun. This game was fun to complete.
Yeah, and even the fishing game, like, it might have gotten a little boring after a while, but like, it wasn't like you're spending hours of your day. Like, you may have done an hour of fishing and then you got where you needed to be and then you were done with it forever.
Same thing for this. Like, I thought it was going to be so terrible. I think I did it in like 20 minutes. I didn't do the purple levels, but those aren't even required for full completion.
Yeah.
That's just a matter.
I think you just have to attempt it. You don't even have to actually beat it. For the photo on the wall, you have to have played all three. But not
you have to have played all three, but not the... Oh, okay. The purple levels don't, like, play into it at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, a genuinely good experience. It was, like, for sure, like, feel-good go-to game. Again, not that whatever else we play is bad. It's just, like, this was the, like, okay, we're gonna sit back and, for the most part, chill.
Yeah. And we're playing it on, like, quote-unquote hard mode. I think it's, like, wild?
Yeah.
What it's called? Yeah, we're playing it on wild mode, but like, here's a spring breeze mode.
Yeah, so if you're like,
this game was not that difficult, and that's not me knocking it, because let's be honest, it's Kirby.
Well, yeah,
it's
Kirby.
Targeted for children.
You're specifically not going in to have a bad time.
If I had a child, I would love for them to have this game.
Yeah.
Much in the same way that I feel about like some of my personal favorites, like Paper Mario and stuff like that. But even those feel like they would be better for an older kid. This is something that I could comfortably hand to like a 5 or 6 year old, I think. And I don't think they would get like pissed off or annoyed or fed up. I think they would just like love all the colors, love experimenting with the copy abilities.
Yeah.
You know, there might be a couple hard parts where they're like, hey, can you help? Like,
yeah.
That's fine. That's what playing a game with a kid is like. Now we're getting into hypotheticals, but like, great game. I had a great time with it. If you were considering it up until this point for some reason, it's wild that you would watch a full playthrough before you even consider a game. But if you need an endorsement, I'm happy to endorse this game.
Yeah, me too. Hell, I may be like, yo, Sush, can I borrow it and like
you
play it for myself?
May.
Because
and like, let me know if you want to play with the co-op, because we didn't touch that at all on here.
That's true.
I'm sure it's very fun.
I'm sure it is fun. I just did it. Our co-op experience has not been stellar because oh
yeah, you kind of like wherever you appear, you do a little fire puff.
Yeah, has not been great because I'm not.
We don't talk about Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
That's where we'll leave that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, video games are supposed to be fun. This is very fun.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it. I don't often play games again. I would play this game again. Probably not immediately, but like I would. Mm-hmm. And then like little things. I just bumped my mic, but like you can wave at Waddle Dees. They didn't need to put that in there.
Oh, absolutely not. But they did, and it's.
You can do like looking around and just like straight up sitting. Like just so. It's a game that honestly is. It's like shin deep, right? Like it's not that deep. But there are parts of it that are so well polished that it feels like you're going for a full swim. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you can stack power-ups, and like I wasn't aware of that.
I know.
You know what I mean? But like if you want to play this game in hard mode and do the hardest challenge in it, like that's important to know.
If you're like
the dodge mechanic, it's not necessary to just like beat the game.
No.
But for the last tournament, it felt very necessary.
Yeah.
Especially because it like slows time and gives you an extra powered attack. Like
yeah, you get like a little counter. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, we're gushing at this point because I think we it's been a while since we just like had this much fun with a game without having that much frustration. I'm having fun with Horizon Forbidden West still. But there are times where it's just like, I wish I were doing anything else.
Sometimes the frustration outweighs the fun, and that's when a game is not, well, fun, you know? So
right. And
that's
unfortunately, I'm a suckler for combat in a video game. Unfortunately, combat is where I get the most frustrated at that game.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's unfair.
Meanwhile, here we're like, you have low expectations for combat because it's Kirby, so all you do is open mouth, suck power, pull them back out, or take the power, done. And instead
I'm still in awe at the dodge roll.
And instead they were like, well, what if you have like, you know, each power makes you do like different little technique things, and also what if you could dodge? Like, what?
Yeah, like at first I thought this was a crouch button, because when you don't have a power, that's kind of what you do. But like, no, it's a guard. If you have a certain type of weapon, you guard. And then if you do an input, like a directional input, you just straight up dodge roll. And then on top of that, they're like, well, if you manage to do a successfully timed dodge roll, you get to be the boss of this fight for a minute.
Yeah.
You get to slow-mo and do some crazy damage and like go off king.
It's like things you don't have
It's
to do,
so
but if
rewarding.
you do them, it literally rewards you. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So
highly recommend it. We're just going in circles at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, I think we've said what we need to say.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of things that like I could gripe about.
I mean, not a lot. I mean, even powering or upgrading your powers is not like wildly inaccessible. We were like, yeah, the treasure roads are a little hard. Some of them were kind of more tedious than others, but none were impossible. You could do them after 20-something minutes.
I was about to circle back to that, and like, here's the thing, right? I sometimes would like kind of gripe and groan about trying to get under time for the treasure roads. Not a requirement. Not even for 100% completion.
That's true, because you get the rare stone just by doing it. That's right.
Yeah, but like, it's
you
not
just
even
get money.
It's literally just a little badge of honor and like a little bonus cash. Which, even if they left it at the badge of honor, I still wouldn't knock it. But they were still like, hey, you know what? You did good. Here's some extra money.
Here's a little gotcha money.
Right. The gacha system, again, that didn't have to be here.
Oh, but
and then on top of that, they were like, well, it's now fun if you just have it here. You have to be able to display it in your house. Like,
yes,
so many little things. It feels like there was a room of people that were excited about Kirby. And they were like, well, what if Kirby did this? And they were like, good, that's cool. But what if on top of that, this? And everybody was just like, ah, yeah! Oh, it's like, yeah, and just like clapped.
Thing people loved about Nintendo 64 Smash Brothers, where you could just like ooh and awe at the little statues. Like, what if we, or maybe that would have been Melee, I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're thinking of Melee.
It's like, well, what if we have that but with Kirby, where you literally see Kirby in the background being like, let me look at my little toys.
Right, like, I love that. Hold on, let me...
Can we make that happen?
Can absolutely make that
Can we
happen.
make him looking at himself in a little sword mode? Oh wait, he can't. It's okay. That one, that
Which
star
one?
one's
Sword
good.
mode?
That's oh wait, there is him in sword mode. I forgot. Oh well. I like the star. Oh, I mean, just look at
that.
him.
It's so fun. You didn't need to have this. You absolutely didn't need to have it, and I'm so glad that you did.
He just looks so happy.
Look at him. Just playing with his toys.
Oh.
We're actually just gonna leave it right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop right here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much once again for joining us at Sushimi's house throughout this wonderful journey. As always, I've been your loving host, Master Sushimi, with my loving co-host, Bubbie. If you like what you saw, and how couldn't you, make sure you like these videos as you go along. It helps me, lets me know you guys like what I'm doing, of course. It encourages me to keep doing it. There's also the option to subscribe, so you get these videos in your sub box, and there's a bell that you can ding for fun, mostly, but also it gives you notification on YouTube whenever those videos drop, and YouTube apparently promotes videos that for people that have that bell dinged more. I don't know. I'm not a big YouTuber, but like, if you could do that for me, that would be super swell. There's also my Twitter, @MasterSushimi, where I like to tweet fun stuff about video games, the occasional meme here and there, mostly memes, honestly. Most importantly, updates about my pup, Mr. President, aka Theodore Roosevelt, aka Teddy, who unfortunately is in a cone again, but we seem to have stopped him from hurting himself, so I think he'll be coming out of it very soon. Second most importantly, I tweet when and what I'll be streaming over at twitch.tv/MasterSushimi. As of the time of this recording, mind you, this won't go up for a while, we are still working on Elden Ring. We're getting close to the end. I actually just beat Millennia,
Yes, you
Goddess
did.
of
Holy
Rot.
shit.
It was wild. If you get a chance to check out VODs of stuff like that, go. I plan on playing Splatoon on release. Again, this will probably come out way after that. But yeah, we play a lot of games on there that maybe like Bubbie's not too excited about, or that I'm so excited about that I can't wait to record them, so I just have to go. So go check it out. It's a lot of fun. We'll sometimes have Bubbie in the chat, Marcy, a few other like people like to pop in, and I really appreciate them for it, and you could be one of them. If you already have been doing any of these things that I've mentioned, or all of them, first of all, thank you so much. You're a goddamn rock star, and you have no idea how much I appreciate it. And second of all, I would also really appreciate it if you shared it with friends, shared it with family. Hell, share it with foes. Really, anybody who you think would get into it. Because we want to grow as a community. We want to be loud and proud here at Tsushimi's house. And the best way to do that is going to be through your word of mouth. Now, with all that being said, thank you so much once again for joining me. I'll see you in the next video, set of videos, or stream as appropriate. And in the meantime, I hope you take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, na 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 na.